I come back to you to ask the same question I asked the senators. How significant is this? We know it's a big reaction. Is it really a big deal?
Oh, I think it's a huge deal, and I think it's really a consequence of the policies of this administration. I mean, if you look at Benghazi and what happened there, we had an attack on our embassy. We've seen really nothing other than cover-ups. We haven't seen anything from this administration really go after the people who were responsible or the network behind it. And I'm sure if you're looking at it from a terrorist perspective, you say, well, here's an administration that's pulling back, that's timid, and an opportunity to go after additional embassies. So this is, to me, a direct consequence from what we saw in Benghazi and the general program that this administration has, which is not being aggressive in confronting.
I'm not sure, Justice Scarborough, that critics of the administration's drone program would say the president's dead timid in the face of terror.
I was just going to say, even the president's critics inside the CIA have been surprised at his drone policy, been surprised that he's adopted a lot of Dick Cheney and George W. Bush's approach in the war on terror. I will agree with Rick on one point, and that is we do live in a post-Benghazi world, especially when it comes to embassy protection. And there are a lot of families of people who were killed at Benghazi that wish they'd gone on this sort of alert. So this is Benghazi is the 800-pound elephant that nobody's speaking about on this matter. That's why so many embassies have been shut down. But I don't know that there'd be a lot of people saying it was because of the timidity of Barack Obama rather than the mistakes that were made in Benghazi.
Look, the drone policy is one policy. What we've seen is an administration that has refused to confront radical Islam, that embraced the Muslim Brotherhood in Egypt, and now you see the consequences of that and what's happened there. They won't even use the word terror. They have withdrawn politically from the engagement and fight. Yeah, sure, they're going after bad guys with drone programs, but that is not a comprehensive policy against radical Islam.
We're doing more, though, really quickly, Rick, and I have not, certainly, if you ever watch my show, I'm not in the business of defending Barack Obama, but if you talk to people in the intelligence community, they will tell you that Al-Qaeda is busted, it's broken, it's splintered. There's a reason right now that they're in Yemen, because they've been chased out of Afghanistan, they've been chased out of a lot of other countries. Al-Qaeda is not any stronger today than it was when Barack Obama came in office, and most people, conservatives in the intel community, will tell you that, in fact, it is weaker today than it was because the president has surprised a lot of people.
I've
got to finish this. The president surprised a lot of people,
by the way.
And that is, he's adopted the policies of Dick Cheney and George W. Bush in many, many instances.